And so in that context that I went through a minute ago of the war in heaven, if God were the type of being Satan alleges him to be, a rule maker who punishes the disobedience by the infliction of punishment, the seventh-day Sabbath would not exist. He would say, here are my rules, you obey, justice will require that if you don't, that I punish you. But instead, rather than using power to force compliance, God instead created the Sabbath as a day of freedom to think and come to your own conclusion. No pressure and no coercion. The Sabbath is evidence that Satan lied about God and God's law. And that's why it is an eternal and perpetual sign for all eternity future of God's character and methods. The first 6 days of creation week teach us that God is powerful and creator. The seventh day reveals the character and the methods of the one who wields the power, truth, love, and liberty. And that's why Satan hates it, and that's why Satan attacks it. For the same reasons the haters of liberty in America hate the flag of America, because it stands for liberty and freedom and justice for all. And I'm going to tell you, just look at the history in your own short lives, my own short life, since that flag has been attacked in our country. Have we gotten more freedoms and have we gotten more justice? Or have we gotten more injustices happening and less liberties and less freedoms? Because the spirit of liberty and justice is being destroyed. The symbol of that flag has no power, but in and of itself, it's a piece of cloth. But what it represents, the truth it represents, the truth is powerful, and the truth is under assault when you assault the symbol. And thus your mind becomes filled with a lie. America doesn't stand for liberty and freedom. It stands for abuse and coercion and slavery. And the same thing happens when you attack the Sabbath. Instead of understanding it as the evidence of God's liberty and freedom, the way he governs, if it becomes a test of obedience, then we have our minds assaulted with this lie that God is arbitrary, dictator, and punishing, and that destroys within us the image of God. It's quite destructive what's happening. I have some more quotes. And there's some really nice quotes in the lesson. We're not going to get to them all. I encourage you to go to the notes and look at those notes. We got about 1 minute, 2 minutes left. Anybody have a question? Yes.
If God was the imperial God that punished people that went astray, then why is Satan alive?
Good. Exactly right. If he were the kind of God that runs his universe that way, then he would have just lined everybody up and said, you broke my rule, had a trial, here's the evidence, you're dead, and execute him. That's not how he runs his universe. He wants love, trust, loyalty, devotion, and friendship, and you can't get those things by threatening to punish people who don't give them to you. And this is also why he takes the long, long, painful approach of revealing truth and love and leaving us free, because you must be persuaded in your own mind. Romans 4:14, every person be fully persuaded. The only way for you to retain your unique individuality and be eternally saved is for you to be won over by the truth and embrace it and choose it. Surrendering to our God and participating with him for your transformation. Then you, the unique person, get retained while your heart motives get transformed and renewed. The old is gone, the new has come.